Hey everyone, today we're going to be making a really cute panda cake topper that I made out of Rice Krispie Treats cereal and modeling chocolate mixed with fondant. It's inspired by one of Shauna McGreevy's cakes that she had made, and it's just really cute and I just love it. So I hope you do too, and let's get started. So once I made this Rice Krispie Treat cereal head, it was just basically a ball, and then I just indented my two thumbs in the eye sockets just to give it the area where the eyes were gonna go. I popped that in the freezer for about 5 minutes to firm it up, and while it was in the freezer, that's when I made the modeling chocolate fondant mix. Once I pulled it out, I put the 3 equal size balls of fondant in the center for the nose, and then the cheeks, because the cheeks I wanted really built up because she's like super chubby and super cute. Then once I had that done, I threw that back in the freezer, and then I started rolling out the fondant modeling chocolate mixture for the face. And then I just covered it, and then I just kind of wrapped it all the way around the head. And then like I trimmed off the back. There was a good amount. And then I just kind of rolled it around just to kind of like roll out some of the seams in the back. The back is not perfect. I kind of left it as is because I knew I was going to be putting a bunch of lines in it for the fur. Once you're happy with how the face looks and you have all your detail in there that you want, I started rolling out some black fondant for the eye sockets. I used the smallest cutter in the set of circle cutters that I had, but I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I ended up just taking them off and kind of pulling them out further and kind of reshaping them anyway, which kind of worked out better because, you know, the fur around the eye isn't completely round. I wanted it to have a little bit more realistic look. Once I was happy with that, I ended up using the ball tool and just kind of smoothing out the edges there. And then I used my sugar shaper to kind of start pulling out the lines in the eye fur, but I didn't really like how it was looking, so I ended up switching over to the Dresden tool, which gave a little bit like a deeper line. Then I just cut out the nose area. I used the same cutter, and then I just ended up kind of cutting it a few more times to give it the shape I wanted. Alright, now I just used the Dresden tool to kind of make the line from the nose down and then started the mouth area. You definitely want to kind of pull down the mouth a little bit so you have a good gap there that you can set the black fondant inside to have it look more inset. And then I just cut like a thin piece of black fondant, like, and then had like the two ends kind of like tapered, and then set that in there. You just want to make sure it's set inside, because then it'll just look a little bit better once you put the tongue on. And I just started adding more lines around the face, giving it all that definition that it needed. What's good about the fondant and modeling chocolate is the fondant would normally already start to crack at this point, since I hadn't been messing with it for a while, but the modeling chocolate kept it soft, so when I put the lines in, it didn't have that cracky look. So this is the tool that I got on Amazon. I think it's supposed to be for dental, I guess they're like dental tools, I don't know, but they're really cool and I really love them. They really have such great angles, and you can get into like any area pretty easily. So I'll have to link them down below for you if you're interested in getting them. Okay, so now I am just rolling out some more black fondant. Oops. for the actual eyeballs, which I like going back, like thinking back, I probably would have made the eyes more rounder instead of just like these flat little discs, because they kind of sit in the eye socket kind of weird. But that's just me. That's just me being picky. And I'm just using the Atico 800 series circle cutters to cut my eye shapes. I find that they're like the best thing to have around. For something so simple as a tongue, you would think I was done it in 2 seconds. I feel like the tongue area took me like 20 minutes. I just couldn't get it to stick out of the mouth the way I wanted it to. Next, you're going to add some black fondant underneath the nose, connecting the nose to the mouth. And then after you do that, just add a little bit of black fondant at the corners of the mouth. I ended up using 5 total Rice Krispie Treats cereal bars for the body. You'll see me add 2 more now because I was like, no, I need more. I didn't throw the body in the freezer. It didn't really seem like it needed it. It was pretty good to go. So I just rolled out some fondant chocolate mix, and then I kept it pretty thick. I would say almost a 1/4 inch thick, just because I didn't want to have any areas that were like not smooth, I guess. Plus, when you know you have to put in like a lot of lines, like for the fur, you kind of want to have enough thickness there so when you put the lines in, you're not actually accidentally going through it, you know, all the way. So now I'm just putting a bunch of furry lines in the body, switching back and forth to the tools because I can't make a decision. And then I just use a lollipop stick. I kind of put it like a little on an angle, so when I put the head on, it was gonna sit like a little lopsided. But this head was heavy, so you'll see eventually I ended up having to put something there to kind of hold it up because it was kind of like tipping over. I just started really working in some of the lines around the whole body, and I ended up adding the ears. For some reason I didn't film that part, so I'm sorry about that. I just used like a I don't even know, maybe a 2-inch circle cutter, and then I just kind of cut the bottom off and then just attached it with a little bit of water and just like blended in the seams. Then I started adding some Tylose powder to some black fondant because I was going to use that. This was for the legs, and I just wanted the legs to have a little bit more structure and stability because, like I said, the head was pretty heavy, and I just wanted to make sure that the legs were going to support it on its own. I just rolled it into like a little tube and then cut the legs about 2 inches or so long and then just shaped them. I feel like the longest part of this whole project was putting in all the lines. There was so much fur. I'm putting in like 3 little holes at the top of the foot or the paw, and then I did that with the paw hands. Yeah, like paw hands. Because they have like those little nails. So make sure you add like little holes for the nails. Once I was done doing all my fur lines and blending the seams of the legs and the arms in, I got some just plain gum paste that I had made and started rolling out really thin pieces for the nails. Just you just like kind of stick them right in like the little holes that you made, and that will really keep them from falling out. Plus, using the gum paste makes them really strong, so you shouldn't have any problem with them breaking. The last element for our panda was her flower and her hair. I used some rolled out pink gum paste, a cherry blossom cutter, and Bainer. And there you have it, a really super cute panda cake topper. If you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe and like. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out my channel. Thank you so much and take care. Bye!